Okay, hi. Welcome to Talking Food. This is the amazing Andrew.
This is Chef Carlo.
Thank you. Today, we're gonna do salsa
Versus?
pico de gallo.
Oh, which is which?
Which is better?
Which is better?
I don't know.
That's
We'll see.
subjective, man. You might like them. Personally, I like a salsa verde.
Okay, that's another show.
Oh, okay.
That's another show. Today, we're doing pico de gallo versus salsa. There was a little debate a couple of days ago, which one is better. So, what other better way to do it than let's make it side by side. So, your pico de gallo, tell me about it. What's going on?
I like my pico de gallo chunky. Pico de gallo is not salsa. Salsa is not pico de gallo. Why, chef?
No way! Did you hear that?
That's right.
Pico de gallo is not salsa. People keep saying, oh, pico de gallo is salsa. No, actually, pico de gallo is a fresh mixture of veggies,
right.
which is onion, tomatoes, without the juice, jalapenos, and cilantro. That's it. No oil, no tomato juice, nothing else. It's actually supposed to be dry. It's not a salsa, it's a condiment.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like a relish.
Relish is cooked.
I know relish is different, but
Relish is cooked and it's sweet. That is another show. Anyhow, today we're gonna do pico de gallo, and I'm gonna demo a very simple salsa because Super Bowl is coming, and besides Super Bowl, salsa is always good. I'm gonna show you how to make it instead of buying that little jar that you buy. Remember that jar, even though it says fresh, somebody made it and they had to put it into a pasteurizer. It cooked everything inside there, and they opened the beautiful jar. Now, today I'm gonna use a little trick because Andrew's using fresh tomatoes. I'm gonna be using a little trick under my sleeve. It's not the freshest one, but I took a shower, good. I'm using diced tomatoes.
That's right, diced tomatoes, and you can get these at the store.
At the store, and I love to use the organic tomatoes. I think they taste better. And I'm not gonna throw the juice away yet because I'm gonna use that as part of my liquid. So it's a little bit of a shortcut because, as Andrew's gonna show you in a moment, how do you make your pico?
Pico de gallo, I've got some nice fresh cilantro.
Like about a quarter cup of cilantro.
Right, I've got 2.5 tomatoes, a little bitty tomato. So, 1 bell pepper.
1 bell pepper.
1 medium-sized onion. Mm-hmm. 1 jalapeno.
Jalapeno
Not
on a
serrano.
stick.
Jalapeno, and a couple of cloves of garlic.
Oh, you don't have a date tonight. Okay.
And that's what I like to make my pico out of.
I'm gonna use, I think all of that. I think.
All of it.
I'm gonna use a green pepper because I love the color. Jalapeno. Something different.
Red onion.
Red onion.
A
why
large
not?
red onion.
Well, I'm not gonna use the whole thing because this is like really big. Probably gonna use just half of it or a quarter. I'm gonna see it as I put it together. Of course, 1 clove of garlic.
Just 1.
Somebody might have a date tonight.
Oh, okay.
And cilantro.
Cilantro. You can, for TV purposes, here it is. There's actually a bowl back there.
Are you kidding me?
They have a whole bowl of
cilantro. So
we're
I
gonna
got my
use
bowl right
6
here.
pounds of cilantro.
No, it's okay. So let's do this side by side.
Okay, so you're gonna talk while we're cutting?
No.
Oh.
It's gonna be complete silence of us just chopping. It's gonna be complete silence. So I like to start. What are you gonna start with?
I'm probably gonna do my dries first and do my tomato after.
It's so smart.
Yeah, that way I don't get my cutting board all nice and juicy.
So how do you do your pepper?
Well, my peppers, what I will do is, I know you have your way, and his way is pretty fun. He's gonna show you your way. I do it like I do at home, just really quickly get the outsides and the de-seeds usually come out. And then for the, I wanna do these, if you remember the show right before the Christmas break, we did the carrots with the red hot chili peppers, and I'll do them the same way. Basically, you cut them open, and then I'm going to devein. So, I know, I'm talking to the people on the camera.
Talk and chop, baby. Talk and chop.
I am talking and chopping. Go ahead, sir.
While he gets his gloves in, I'm gonna start with my pepper. I'm gonna do a little bit differently because I like to keep a nice shape. I don't chop my pepper. So I cut the end and the top. I get my knife in there. Where are we? Here? There? Okay, good. Slide my knife. And there is 1,000 ways to skin a pepper, people.
1,000 ways to skin a pepper?
Yeah. I'm gonna lay it flat, I'm gonna cut it. And the way I like it like this, because I'm gonna be able to make little batonette shapes.
Batonette?
Batonette, aka the French fry cut.
The French fries.
Yeah, well, the traditional, we're not gonna fry the peppers, but the traditional
So it makes it
cut.
easier to chop.
Well, I'm not gonna chop it, I'm gonna dice it. So I'm not gonna just cut. I'm gonna actually, look, there's a system here.
You have a system?
Well, yeah, if you don't have a system in the kitchen, it's called anarchy and chaos.
So in your salsa, we know that pico is nice and dry. So in your salsa,
See how nice and diced they are?
oh, that's very pretty.
I know.
That's why you went to school for this.
Sadly, I learned that with my mother. But not sadly. Like, my mom taught me so many things.
Your mom's not watching, is she?
And if she watches. She cannot understand a word of English, though.
Oh,
Grazie, mamma, per tutto quello che mi hai insegnato.
grazie, mama.
That means thank you, mama, for
I know what
everything
that
you've taught me. You were saying?
What was I saying? Something about salsa.
Something about
Oh,
salsa.
so how, other than the juices of the tomatoes and the can you have there, how else do you combine your salsa?
Well, I like to put olive oil because the DNA says so.
Is the your DNA, not the salsa DNA,
No,
right?
my personal DNA. I like to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Now, if you don't like the flavor of extra virgin olive oil, I will use a neutral oil. Lately, I've been favoring a lot sunflower seed oil.
Really? How come?
The canolas and the soybeans, they have been GMO, genetically modified a lot.
Okay.
And there is a huge debate if that is good for you or not good for you.
Right.
I think I'm gonna lean a little bit on I don't like my food genetically modified.
Sure.
I like to keep it just like simple. So sunflower seeds, actually, there's some studies that are actually healthier for you than soybean. Soybean, they spray in with these chemicals, Roundup, Monsanto, the whole thing.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay, I'm favoring sunflower seed oil. I haven't heard anything bad yet about sunflower seed oil, so let's see how long this one's gonna last. So about that many peppers right there.
Okay.
And jalapenos. Now, here's the thing. Do you seed your jalapeno or you don't seed it?
I seed it.
You seed it?
I devein it and seed it because
Why is that?
Well, honestly, in my family, we're not huge fans of super spicy things.
See, I like it spicy, so
know.
I'm not gonna seed it. So, inside of the veins and the seeds is where the capsium oil resides.
Right.
So,
Capsaicin.
capsaicin, thank you.
Capsaicin.
The hot stuff.
The hot stuff.
The hot stuff stays there. So, if you remove those, you get a milder product. I am looking for a spicy salsa because I like it spicy. So I'm gonna try to slice them into little batonette sticks.
Batonette.
And of course,
I've learned a new word today, by the way. Batonette.
So after I'm done with this cutting board, I'm not gonna use it for anything else. I'm gonna actually recycle it and wash. Of course, you have to wash your cutting board after you're done. Use it all the time. Today, we're just using it here since we're just cutting the same ingredients for your salsa. If you like the jalapeno a little bit smaller, then no problem. The smaller you cut it, the more capsaicin oils you release. So you can just go to town and you know what? I'm gonna actually start with half. You can always adjust it later.
Okay.
Garlic, it all depends how you like it. I like just to give a little
Smush.
a little smack.
Schmack.
Smack it and just chop it quickly. Oh, you're seeding yours?
I am. I'm not as professional as you are when it comes to that. But
Oh, it's not professional.
and
It's
your
just-
knives are so sharp. I'm so scared of them.
Well, I sharpened it this morning before.
And I'm wearing gloves, which I'm not used to. And I'm like, I can't feel my fingertips. I'm
But why are
like,
you wearing gloves?
because of this right here, to keep
Because-
to make sure after we're done making this, and I don't get all the
Ladies and
fun
gentlemen,
capsaicin all over my body.
whenever you're working with hot peppers, have the good habit of using gloves. I remember the first time I worked with hot peppers because they're not very popular in Italy 40 years ago, or South America. In certain countries, they're not popular. I didn't know how to work with hot peppers. First one, I touched hot pepper. Right after that, I put my finger in my eye. It was a painful half an hour. But it was...
One painful half an hour.
I learned my lesson, my friend. Okay, so you're working on your jalapenos.
Jalapeno?
Okay, I'm gonna take my tomatoes. So I don't want a lot of the liquid tomatoes in there. So I'm gonna use a perforated. And I'm gonna start adding my tomatoes.
Okay.
So some of the water can stay back. I don't want a lot of the water. Mm-hmm. And make sure you just get your diced tomatoes. Some of them will come already with basil. I don't think basil belongs into the into salsa.
Basil. Why
Yeah.
would you put basil in salsa? Isn't basil?
That's why
This is Mediterranean.
I am ashamed. Be careful. Choose the ones without a basil. Funny guy. So, try to pull as much of the diced tomato. Oh, Chef Carlo, but that's gonna give it like a little bit of a canned tomato taste. Ladies and gentlemen, trust me, if you ever had a salsa from a jar, tomatoes are cooked. Nobody uses fresh tomatoes. And if they use fresh in the process of pasteurization of the can, the tomato will become cooked. This is a good thing to have. I always keep it in the pantry because what about if you don't have time to get tomatoes out? We're in the middle of winter. Here in North Carolina,
good point.
winters are nice.
Yeah.
What about if you're up in Wisconsin or Green Bay that they have like 7 feet of snow there? You got the stuff in the pantry. Okay, so got my tomatoes in there. So
You
yeah.
can also freeze tomatoes too. Stop. You can concassate your tomatoes during spring and freeze them. And use them at any
Concassate.
point in time.
And what is concassate tomatoes?
Concassate is a methodology of removing the skin and then removing the seeds.
And the internal juices.
And all the
so you can
juices.
only use the
Seeds,
flesh.
juices.
And how do we go to see how to do that?
You can go online at Nash Community College
have-
YouTube page.
We have a video for that.
We do, How to Concassate. In fact, I think Ethan was nice enough to help us out on that show.
Hi, Ethan. He's helping us today here at the studio. Okay. Oh, you're showing our mess in there. Hey. Okay. Onion. I like a fine dice, so I'm just gonna cut it in half. Keep your end there. Don't cut it yet, because you're gonna be able to then create all these little strands, and then I'm gonna go for a halfway cut. Chef Carlo, you're going too fast. We can't see how you dicing your onion. Well, you know what? There is a video for that.
It is.
Nash CC Culinary, and you're gonna be able to see all the videos and when we teach you how to do this for
Now,
free.
on my pico de gallo, since I don't want the juices, I'm cutting my tomatoes in half and removing the seeds and the juices into the bowl. So I have nothing but flesh.
Now, if you cut it the other way, it's gonna be a little bit easier.
So he says.
So, if you put them this way, now if you put them this way, you actually can put your fingers in there and have them. Now, that's the way he likes to do it.
Actually, I have no idea. I just cut it and hope that I can see everything that I need to remove.
I am not saying anything. For somebody that has been like part of this show and the free education that we give him every show.
That didn't mean that I pay attention.
How much onion? I would say a half an onion dice is going to be fine. You're gonna have the roast sides in there. Half a dice onion is gonna be fine. Again, I like red onion. I think it's milder and it has a better flavor. You can use Vidalia onions, so you can use white sweet
Vidalia.
onion.
Now, if you get your Vidalia onions and it says Vidalia in the package and you live in New Mexico, they're not real Vidalia onions.
What are they?
They're just sweet onions.
Oh, okay, good.
Vidalia onions, the true Vidalia onions, come from Vidalia, Georgia.
Oh, because you're a Georgia boy.
Oh, yeah.
Cilantro, I like just, I don't stem it, to be honest with you. We're not doing Michelin star cuisine here.
We're not?
So, no, we're doing yummy food.
Man, I need to get a better show.
Sorry, man, this is what we do here.
I thought we were doing amazing things here.
We're doing yummy, amazing things. 5-star Michelin star stuff, I don't know.
You know, I meant to tell you the other day, I went home and...
Where's home for you? Because they
Wills.
might not know.
Oh, Wills. I live in Wills in North Carolina.
Because I know you went, during the
I'm
break, you
telling
went
you.
to Alabama.
I don't like these gloves. They're scaring the crap out of me.
Well, take them off. Then don't scratch anything.
No, I just can't feel my fingertips. I'm not sure where my fingertip ends and the glove begins.
It's okay. A little rubber won't kill nobody.
That's not the point. I'm trying not to cut my finger off with these ridiculously sharp knives.
Okay, so let me put the focus away from you.
Yeah, before I cut a finger off.
Before you cut a finger. So I had my tomatoes, my
I'm not used to
jalapeno.
this style of knife either. So
Of course, salt, because none of this come seasoned. Pepper. Yes, even though we have jalapeno peppers in there for spiciness, I still like to put pepper. It is a different seasoning and popper. So,
popper.
a little bit of olive oil. Just a little bit.
The crew just went, holy moly, look at all that olive oil.
I've been known to cook with a little bit of olive oil.
I've been known to douse my food in olive oil.
Oh, the food. I was going to say something else. Myself.
Takes baths in olive oil. How do you think the Italians smell so good?
Hey, it's the olive oil and the pepperoni. No, we don't need pepperoni. Actually, that's an American thing. It's a funny thing. If you go to Italy, you ask pepperoni for your
You're like,
pizza. They look at you
"What?"
like they're gonna give you peppers, like cream peppers. That's what pepperoni means. Okay, so I got a little bit of olive oil in there, but it's so good. And then now, tomatoes have their natural acidity. So I'm gonna try now. I like to create a nice little balance with acidity, the oil, the salt, the spices. In case I need some more vinegar, I like to use my favorite
Vinegar?
apple cider vinegar.
Oh.
Can you use balsamic?
Sure.
Of course.
If you want to.
Yeah, but balsamic brings a little bit of more of a sweet taste to it because it has natural sugars in there. Tomatoes are naturally sweet. So, I'm gonna be, but Chef Carlo, you're gonna taste it first. Trust me, it's gonna be fine. So about a teaspoon of
Vinegar.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not even paying
the
attention.
tasty spoons, put them right over here. Or here. Or there. There you go.
How about that?
So I put a little bit of cilantro in there. Taste test. Salt.
Aha, salt.
So some people go like, oh, should I more of this, more of that? Start with salt. Sometimes what you need is just a little bit of salt.
What?
You're not done yet?
I'm working on it. Hold on it. You do this for a living.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, he's not kidding, y'all. He like berates me after the show. You're so slow. Why do I even have you on this show?
And he keeps coming back for more.
I do, because it's fun. Now, I find that adding that cilantro adds that nice freshness to your pico de gallo. And yeah, I probably should have used the purple onion, the red onion.
And that's gonna be, you want some purple onion?
I don't.
Okay.
I've got enough onion in there.
And that's gonna be the main difference between this salsa and your pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is gonna taste so fresh because it's just the ingredients. And don't expect to have a saucy quality to it.
Ah, duh, it's right there.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Who loves
Come
you?
on,
Who
man.
loves you?
Now mine's a little bit not as fine diced as I wanted to, but
It's okay. We need more coffee. People tell me, oh, do you at home also use tasting spoons all the time? I'm like, actually, yes. You gotta train your brain to always use a tasting spoon and put it away. Never double dip. Even if I'm cooking at home. So my salsa is ready way before somebody
I'm
else.
done. Boom!
So this is ready to eat. Now I like to let it sit a little bit so all the flavors can mend together. Same as this one will benefit is to just let it sit there at least 6 hours or overnight in the fridge. What can you put this on?
That.
Oh my God, everything. You can fry some eggs, put it on top of the eggs, chips.
Oh, so good on eggs.
I know.
So good in an omelet. Not yours, but you can put it on top of mine. You can put it in the omelet.
Yeah, that's fine. You can take 3 omelets, put that in there, and then fry it. Not mine. Mine has too much liquid. Don't
put that in your omelet.
That's the difference. This can go on top of your omelet, not inside, because there's too much liquid. It's going to mess up with the ratio.
Look at the mess you made.
Man, look at beautiful.
This mess.
It's a kitchen. We'll clean it. Don't worry.
This is television.
It's television. I know. So this is the difference between. Can I try yours?
Oh, please. I think it's lovely. I think it's nice and fresh. Not juicy. Big difference between fresh salsa and fresh pico de gallo.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, you can add this into your omelet and do it. Don't add this because it has the liquid in there. It's going to mess up your formula.
It's also great on fish tacos. Any sort of taco is perfect inside quesadillas. I've even put it on steak.
Super Bowl day, chips and this salsa, you'll be
Done.
fine. And then you see people trying to experiment. Like last year, I made.
I was just making sure I had all my fingers. Yep, we got them all? Okay.
Got them all.
I'm missing one. It's in there somewhere.
Crazy enough, you can even use this as salad dressing.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's going to be a little bit dry. Then add a little bit of oil. You'll be fine.
Right.
This is it. I hope you enjoyed the difference between salsa and pico de gallo. Two complete different things. Multiple.
I'm going to try yours. I didn't get a chance to try it.
You haven't
I'm
tried
going
mine?
straight out of the bowl there.
Oh, okay. Don't mess up my presentation.
Oh, that's so good.
And
the
that's
olive
it.
oil is so perfect in there.
See, I like the
Holy
olive oil.
smokes.
I like the olive oil in there. I think it
That's
gives
better
that.
than anything you can buy at the store. Well, of course, it's fresh. But the olive oil, though, that really set it off.
And now, again, you guys, if you don't want to use the canned tomatoes, just
Fresh tomatoes.
fresh tomatoes will work fine. It's just I think it saves a little bit of work, and it's something that you can keep in the pantry because a lot of people don't keep fresh tomatoes in their fridge
Very true.
or at the restaurant.
Cool. Well, thank you for watching Salsa versus Pico de Gallo here on Talking Food. We'll be back next week.
Leave comments, see who's the better. Try to make it at home.
That's right.
Make it a little friendly competition.
Right below there, leave a comment, question, email us, studio67@nashec.edu. So,
Oh, and I used half the jalapeno, not the full one for that, and it's just the right amount of heat. If I would have
is.
used the full jalapeno, it would have been a little bit too much.
that's right.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.